time for a long overdue herd check. It's been ages, hasn't it? So the herd of ponies on the fell have not been near home for a while. Once the snow melted, what are we on today? We're on Friday. It's been about a week since the snow all melted, maybe 5 days. And so we've got green again. So they kind of wandered away from home. We were continuing to give them a bit of hay, but they've wandered off. They're miles away now. So let's go and have a look at them and see how everybody's doing weight-wise. We're now mid-January, so there's a long way to go yet until the grass grows. Another couple of months. Really, we're looking at the start of April, so probably another 10 weeks really before we get grass really growing. Which for the fatties, that's 10 weeks left to lose weight before we know they're going to start gaining it again. For the ones that are a bit on the leaner side, that's 10 weeks to get them through without losing too much weight and getting too lean. Such a balancing act. So let's have a look at them all. Hi darlings. Ness looks like she might have lost a bit. Ness, are you looking a bit lean there? Charmels, are you going to sniff that poo or are you going to come and talk to me? Hello Poppet. Hi darlings, how are you doing? So Charm is still under muscled on her neck. That has not changed yet, has it? I think one day you're going to, maybe in the spring grass, are you just going to bloom? But weight wise, all right, we're keeping an eye. Can feel a rib under there. It's mild at the moment though, they're not really suffering in this. It's mild, it's cold at nights. You've still got your mum as well, haven't you, for a bit of support. Let's go and have a look at your mum. So yeah, I'm not unhappy with Charm. I'm not wanting her to lose more weight. Oh, being spicy, are we? Glass. Let's go and see your mum, shall we? Lynette, darling, how are you doing? This time last year, it came up on this day. Lynette was casting her coat. That was really silly of you, wasn't it? To be casting your coat in January last year. How are you doing, my darling? You look absolutely fine. I know you're very fluffy, which disguises a lot of your condition, but not a rib to be found under there. Nope. I'm considering she's still nursing, but how much are you really nursing? Should we have a look at your boobaloobs? I mean, there's not a lot of a bag, but they've been like that for quite a while, so I think maybe Charm's having a bit of a drink. No, Lynette looks okay. I think she has lost, but she's looking fine. Not worried about that. Darling, are you going to be with me every second of this herd check? Okay. Ness, darling, how are you doing? Yeah, you definitely have lost over the last few days, haven't you? Should we see if we can feel a rib? Have you got any ribs? Just about feel the start of a rib there. That's all right. Mid-January, we have got a long way to go, so we'll probably up the pampering. As soon as we get some worse weather, I think what we will do is have them in the barn during the daytime so they can get an absolute fill up during the daytime. And then we'll have you on the other side of spring. We'll have a rib or two on show when we get to the other side of spring, but that's all right. Just needs to be steady awareness, not too fast, okay? Class. Yeah. Lynette, I did say that you were the non-wanderer, you were the homebody, and you were keeping everybody near home. I'm not sure what's happened, but seeing as we have got one or two looking a bit leaner, if you do go back home, we could feed them up a little bit. So would you mind? Maybe Lynette's fine, so she's not bothering. Never mind the rest of you. Unless if you want to come home with some hay, you just do it, okay? Yeah, you just do it. That's fine. You just tell your mum you're coming home for some hay and we'll see you there. All right, perfect. How are you doing, Frankie Franks? Frankie's funny. She never gets massive, but she does seem to be quite slow to lose it at the same time. How are you looking? Yeah, pretty good. I'm not unhappy with that. You've still got a bit more fat covering than your sister has. So Frankie, Ness and Charm are all out of Lynette. You're all Lynette's daughters, aren't you? How are you doing, Poppet? So she's still got a bit more fat covering and not a feel of rib on you. That's all right. She's a year, you're 4 this time. So you are a year older than Ness. But no, steady away with Frankie there. Doesn't seem to be dropping. She's got a good bone, hasn't she? Good lass, right. You're not on the concern list. Good girlie. How about you, Al pal? Al being only a yearling would be on our more one to watch list. You look all right, actually. He'll be growing up as well. I think he is going to do quite a lot of growing upwards. I'm probably putting quite a lot of energy into growing that fringe. So that forelock must take a lot of calories to maintain, my man. You emo boy. Oh, and Kelly's here. Hi, Kel. I bet you're still a big lump, aren't you? Kiva's children never lose any weight. Yeah, I think Al's all right. Maybe you're looking a little bit sharper. Sorry, Al, just here when he's with us. Yeah, maybe a little bit sharper there. But overall, decent, actually. You, my man, can you stand back so I can look at you? Kelly is out of Kiva, and Kiva and her children are just extremely good doers. Better than Linnea and hers. Yep, not worried about you. In fact, really, Kelly is kind of on the list of ones that could go to the fat field. Except that just the idea of transporting another one, we still haven't quite got CC loading. We haven't got Sunny there yet. Oh, just but by the time we've organised it all, it's going to be springtime and you get pinched, my glove. So we could do with Kelly. Oh, don't kill it after pinching it. Kelly wants to drop more weight. So Kelly and Ness, exactly the same age and same height, and living in exactly the same conditions. Kelly still looks like a great big chunk. Ness over there, definitely looking leaner. Just shows how different you all are. Right, my man, can I have that back? How are you doing, Riley? So Riley's what I keep wanting to say 2-year-old, rising 3-year-old. So same age as Ness and Kelly. Definitely not as good a doer as Kelly, not many are. He's a massive chunk. I would think maybe a bit of a better doer than Ness. How are you looking, Riley? Riley's out of Andy. Andy can be very fat, but then of course also go very lean. No, I think you look all right, my man. Again, I'm just losing it a bit. Hi, darling. Losing it a little bit up here. No feel of any rib under there. Have you got any ribs? No rib, Riley. That's all right. I'm happy with Riley. Wants to lose a bit more before spring, but plenty of time for that. Good lad. Steady away, please. Steady away. Good lad. Kelly, if you could just drop a little bit more. Frankie, you stay exactly as you are. Ness, don't lose any more, thanks. You're all right. It's just you, Ness, that I feel is dropping a little bit faster than we'd like. I mean, don't get me wrong, she looked well, but just knowing how far we've got to go yet until the grass grows, you don't want to be losing at this rate, okay? It's just a little bit on the fast side. Why don't you have a word with Mom? Everybody go home and you can have a bit of hay. Yeah. There you are, Kitty Kits. Are you all right? Kitty is also out of Kiva, so should really be a very good doer. Hi, darling. But is only you're in your yearling year, aren't you? Last year's fall. So with all that growing she'll be doing. I want to have a look at you, Poppet. No, you look fine. So it's just Ness and maybe Little Charm that are dropping maybe a bit of a faster rate than we would like to see, just given where we are in the winter time. But that's fine. They've had very little pampering so far. So we do hay them through winter. And they've had very little of it so far. We only just started when that snow came. So actually, we've had very little. The rest of you are all looking absolutely fine. And we always expected that Charm might be one that we have to really keep an eye on. And obviously we'll take steps if her or Ness need extra. That's easily done. So it's fine, isn't it? I think we're all right. Long way to go. And this weather is being very kind to us. Another big spell of bad weather. And I think we'll see some weight dropping off a bit more rapidly. I kissed you. Oh, God, I kissed you.